Good morning, guys. Something happened to my laptop. I kicked my own self off trying to find the YouTube chat to mute. Sorry, guys, I'm late. Mark's crafting outside this morning, sanding a box, so I had to reschedule because that sander is kind of loud. But I just decided to come back in Timothy's room and do my live stream. Let's see. So I put up a poll about Leslie Van Houten, however the hell you say her name, the ex Charles Manson follower. Do y'all think she should be paroled or not? Because she was paroled, and the governor of California said, "Nope, we're not letting her out." But it looks like that they have reinstated her parole. So let me say hi to everyone. Hey, Carolina girl. Let me scroll up and find everybody. Hey, Donald. Good morning. Please stop smoking. We need you. God blessings upon you. Yes, I'm trying, Donald. I'll be honest. I smoke about 3 cigarettes a day. That's all I can do. I mean, that's pretty good considering I smoked for about 30 years a pack a day. So from going from a pack to three, it's pretty good. And good news, my oxygen's at 97%. It's good. So I said, good morning to Donald, preschool granny, hibiscus. How are y'all doing? Mike, morning. I can't say M&M, so I just say Mike. Anyways, we're going to take a look at this article and look at some more true crime. I saw that the Natalie Holloway suspect, that Joran Vandersloot, somebody beat the crap out of him in prison. Isn't karma a bitch? It's good enough for him. One of these days, I do believe he's responsible for Natalie's disappearance. And one of these days, he will have to answer for that, either in this world or the next. But he will one day stand before God and have to answer for that. Mike's fine, Cece. Yeah, I just, once I know somebody by a certain name, it's hard for me to call them something else. And you know what? I really don't like knowing people's real names on YouTube. I just like knowing them by their screen name so I don't ever mess up and dox them on accident. Okay. Anyways, let me get to my article. Let's hope and pray the laptop works right. If y'all was to lose me, just be patient. Lord have mercy. I don't know what in the hell this is. They're advertising on the side of this article, but it looks like a sex toy. And I don't know why that would be showing up because I don't look up sex toys to buy y'all. I will show y'all this. I got a screen share. I guess that's what it is. I'm not sure. Let me show y'all. Look at that. What is that? It says it's a mouth. Like, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna tell y'all something before we get started on this trigger. Like, what is the world coming to? I mean, look at that little thing they're advertising for me. I don't even know what that is. But even on like the TV commercials, it's embarrassing. Here I am in the hospital watching TV. My son's visiting me, and all of a sudden they start talking about on a commercial a woman's private parts, and me sitting right beside of my son, some kind of medicine for a woman's the JJ. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think we need commercials about people's private parts. I think people can go to the doctor and discuss that in private. You know, I think those commercials are just plumb filthy. I know I'm old school. Anyways, I digress. Appeals court reinstates parole for Manson follower Leslie Van Houten. If I'm not pronouncing her name right, y'all know how I am. I don't pronounce anything correctly. Okay. California Appeals Court panel has reinstated a parole grant from former Charles Manson follower Leslie Van Houten after Governor Gavin Newsom blocked her release earlier this year. Yeah, but he don't want that on his resume. He might not get reelected. Okay. The 2-1 ruling by the panel from California's Second District Court of Appeal does not mean Van Houten, 73 years old, will be released from prison. The state can still appeal to the California Supreme Court. Now, Leslie was 19 years old when she participated in the killings of Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in 1969. The LaBiancas were killed a day after Manson followers killed actress Sharon Tate and four others. Leslie was not present for those killings, so she didn't participate in the murders of Sharon Tate and the other people. Leslie was initially sentenced to death for her role in the LaBianca slayings, but the sentence was commuted to life in prison when California outlawed the death penalty. She has been behind bars since 1971. There's a younger picture of her. I got some mixed feelings about this. Um, the state parole board has recommended Leslie's release 5 times since her conviction. Newsom blocked the most recent in March 2022, writing that he didn't believe she was sufficiently demonstrated that she has come to terms with the totality of the factors that led her to participate in the vicious Manson family killings. Writing for the majority of the appeals panel, Associate Justice Helen I. Bendix disagreed with Newsom's assessment. Leslie has shown extraordinary rehabilitative efforts, insight, remorse, realistic parole plans, support from family and friends, favorable institutional reports, and at the time of the governor's decision, had received 4 successful grants of parole, Bendix wrote in the 58-page decision. Presiding Justice Francis Rothschild dissented with Bendix and Associate Justice Victoria Gerard Cheney. However, writing that the record contained some evidence Leslie lacked insight into the commitment offense, which was enough when coupled with the heinous nature of that crime to provide some evidence of current dangerousness and support the governor's decision. Neither Newsom's office nor that of the California Attorney General, Rob Bonta, immediately responded for a request for comment. Now, I don't think she's ever getting out. I could be wrong. They could like release her to a nursing home or something if she gets in like bad health or something, but I don't think that she's ever getting out. Now, like a big part of me is like, well, she was like a young kid when this happened. And she's been in jail since 1971. Part of me feels like maybe she should be paroled. And then that the biggest part of my brain is like, in my brain's like, no, look what happened to those people. I mean, they carved into their chest, they viciously murdered them and stuff. And even though she was young when that happened, it still freaking happened. And she was a cult member, so she's easily persuaded to do things. And I'll tell you what, this YouTube and these communities, they have cult-like qualities, in my opinion. Hey, knitting artisan. Agrees. It makes you wonder about these companies that speak so openly. Oh, yeah, what I was talking about earlier, knitting arts, I know it. Isn't that just so gross? Be sitting around with your family and a commercial about Peyronie's disease or something comes up and they showing an old crooked carrot. It's so gross. Will she even be able to function in society? I don't know because she has been in jail since what, 1971? I mean, look how the world has changed since then. Things are, like, totally different. How would she even support herself? I guess she could draw SSI since she's, like, 73 years old. Um, but I really Hey, Wiz, how you doing, Lisa? I can't get used to that name, Lisa. You'll always be my Lisa. But anyways, we'll have to see what happens with this. Um, I'll just and very conflicted. I know that she was, what, 19 years old or whatever when this happened. She's, what, 73 now? But damn, look what happened. I mean, horrific murders. Horrific. I mean, I think she may have even been the one that carved pig into, the LaBiancas, the husband. What was his name? Leno. I think she may have been the one that, done that. Here's the thing. One of the, Manson followers, which one was it, got immunity? Well, they first, if I'm not mistaken, offered it to Leslie, and, she turned it down, and they offered it to the other girl plea deal, and she took it. She didn't have to go to damn prison. I don't know what ever happened to that lady. I wonder if she's even still alive. Needing arson. Thankfully, I don't see any of those ads. Well, they're disgusting. They're on every freaking, television, channel around. I was watching AMC when that, commercial popped up. Sean, American Rebel, when did this hearing happen? Um, let me see, because my memory's not good. Okay. So she was actually granted parole, last year, and Governor Newsom said, "No, no, she's not getting out." Let me go see. Okay, the state parole board has recommended Van Houten's release 5 times since her conviction. Newsom blocked the most recent in March 2022. I'm not sure when this hearing, it's not saying exactly when. It's recent though. The parole hearing was, recent. I just don't think that they're ever going to let her out, and maybe she don't deserve to be out. They say that she doesn't understand the totality of, what all has happened, what all that caused. Some cult leaders are crazy manipulative. I think any of us could be vulnerable at varying levels. Yes, knitting artisan. Yeah. I mean, some of these communities, like I say, they have cult like qualities because they're sitting there telling you, hey, if you go in so and so's chat, don't come back in mine again. That is freaking controlling people. That is not normal. Now, I get we have these little communities and we all get close, and it is hurtful if someone's dragging you and you see someone that you think likes you. It's usually in your chat and they're participating in it. That is hurtful. But you can't control people. We have to remember this is the internet. People have the freedom to do what they want. You know. It would take a hell of a lot for someone to be able to manipulate me. I know, manipulate you into freaking going and murdering people. Um, I discovered a cult on YouTube from watching Deadly Women a while. Well, it's been about a year ago. Sherry Shriner. I've told y'all about this because there was a murder that happened. One of the cult members was murdered by their partner. But Sherry Shriner, she had this big reptilian cult. And their beliefs was that like certain people like that are powerful people and famous rich people are reptilians. They're shapeshifters. They're reptilians in humans' bodies. I'm telling you what, she's still got that cult going, and she's been dead for several years. She's probably been dead for 12 years. Anyways, I saw it on Deadly Women, so I looked it up because there's like a YouTube cult. That caught my attention because I'm on YouTube all the time. And so I went and looked it up. I can show y'all her channel. Let me look it up. Sherry Shriner. Y'all know I'm not good at explaining things, but basically it's a reptilian cult. Right here it is. And I'll screen share and show y'all. My laptop seems to be working better since I'm inside. Okay. Sherry Shriner. She's still got the YouTube channel up. I mean, she's dead, but looky here. Okay, so what happened was Sherry Shriner, excuse me, guys. I'm gonna have to cough. I'm so sorry. It wasn't too bad. Sherry Shriner had this guy that was on her YouTube channel. I can't remember his name, but she actually talked privately with him. And I just want to say that nobody knowed what Sherry looked like. Nobody in her YouTube community knew what she looked like. They only talked to her on the phone, right? She didn't show her face. Anyway, she talked to this guy on the phone and all this, and she was kind of like a second mother to him. Okay. He met this other woman in the YouTube chat, and they decided to meet up in real life. And then they became a couple and started living together. Well, I think her name was Barbara. Barbara was jealous of Sherry and her man's relationship. So she caused a big falling out with Sherry and that guy. And you know how it is when you fall out with someone on like a big YouTube creator, and then they start talking about you, and then they're chatting, everybody joins in. So it was like a big mess. And Barbara would post videos of like eating raw liver just so it would piss Sherry off, and Sherry'd say, see, she's a reptilian. She's a reptilian. But anyways, what ended up happening was Barbara ended up killing her partner over all this. Because he finally realized that Barbara was a bad person, and well, Sherry's not, she wasn't a great person either. But and just, he just realized how much trouble she had caused him and all the drama and everything. Anyways, she went off on him one night and she killed him. Sure did. And it all started from this freaking channel right here. Look, 31K subscribers. Trump versus Jack. Okay, so she's been gone about 5 years, it looks like. Okay, be safe. Um, so it looks like she's been gone about 5 years. I tried to look her up. I could only find like an old graduation picture of her. Um, there really wasn't much information about her other than her cult. So, anyways, enough about that. Let's go on and see what else is going on. Oh, look at this. Florida police identify trunk lady found in steamer trunk in St. Petersburg field. It's interesting. Let me see if I can get these ads down. Anyways, back to the cults for a minute. Like YouTube, some of these communities are cults. I mean, just they defend these people. So I can screen share. My damn Wi-Fi is acting up, I can tell. Am I cutting in and out? Okay. It's this damn Wi-Fi. Let me go make sure it's plugged in good. See, it says the page isn't responding. Hold on, guys. Let's just do this. If I can. Let's just go to the kitchen. You pay $200 and some a month for Wi-Fi and cable, and it doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to let you stream, and it's supposed to be like really fast Wi-Fi and stuff. So hold on one sec. I'm getting ready to throw this damn laptop over the hill. Let me mute the TV. It just totally ruins the stream when it starts cutting in and out and that shit. See, let me go over to StreamYard. Let me stop screen share one sec. And try to look at the live chat. Let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so out of practice. If it's still cutting in and out. See, it's not even one. Damn thing kicked me again. Can you guys hear me? Crap. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, because it's not showing my picture. Okay. Okay, I had the camera thing turned off. Okay. So, it looks like Florida police identify trunk lady found in steamer truck in St. Petersburg field. I wanted to show y'all her picture. That seems to be the problem when I'm trying to screen share and stuff. It totally freezes up. No, wait, I was wrong. It's still on. It says live. Oh, okay. Look at this. Okay, didn't know that's what that was called, a steamer trunk. Okay, police in Florida have identified a woman found dead wrapped in plastic in a steamer trunk. Look at this damn ad, just popped right up. Break. A steamer trunk in 1969. The trunk lady, as she became known, is Sylvia June Atherton, who was 41 when she died, according to St. Petersburg police. According to WBBH, two juveniles saw two men pull up in a pickup truck and deposit the trunk in the field behind a restaurant on October 31st, 1969. They called police, who opened the trunk and found the body. She had visible injuries to her head and was strangled with a Western style bolo tie and was wearing only a pajama top. Okay. The body was eventually buried as Jane Doe in Memorial Park Cemetery, and the mystery deepened as time went on. Earlier this year, however, a detective found an original of the trunk lady's hair and skin taken during the initial autopsy. He sent it off to a DNA lab, which produced a profile that led to one of her children, Silent Gates, who was 9 years old in 1969. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think it's Silent. Gates, who now lives in California, told detectives that her mother left Tucson, Arizona with her husband, Stuart Brown, 5-year-old daughter, Kimberly Ann Brown, adult son, Gary Sullivan, adult daughter, Donna Lynn Hurst, and Donna's husband, David, and went to Chicago. Gates and an 11-year-old brother were left behind with their father from a previous marriage. Gary Sullivan eventually returned to Tucson to live with them. Detectives learned that Stuart Brown died in 1999 in Las Vegas, Nevada, with no mention of a wife in his court records. Police said they're now turning their attention to who killed Sylvia Atherton and Donna, who was 20 at the time, have not been located. He probably killed them all. He probably killed them all. Police ask anyone with information to contact Detective Wallace Pavelski at 727-893-4823. Man, they are solving these old cases left and right. Even back then, they knew how important like hair samples and stuff were. They knew that, they would be able to use that one day, get DNA evidence from it. DNA is freaking amazing. Forensics is amazing. I wish I would have went to school to being like a crime scene analyst or something because it is so interesting. And now where they've got these genealogy sites and everybody's taking their DNA and uploading it and stuff, it's letting them solve a lot of old cases, identify, people. It's amazing. And you know what? The tiniest little thing can get you caught for murder. Like one piece of your carpeting falls on to them. I mean, and they can match it back. Let's see what else is going on. It is so weird. There's something wrong with street because every up, it doesn't want to do anything, and it's booted me again. It looks like. Huh. It muted me. I was talking to y'all and it muted me. Weird. Now, I haven't heard of Gotham Labs hibiscus. Lisa, do you watch Genetic Detective Show with Nancy Grace? No, I don't, but I am big into forensic files. Uh, I don't like, well, the new forensic files is all right. One thing it don't got that one guy's voice. That's what makes it not as good as the old one. But I love to watch forensic files. Um, it's just so interesting. I learned from forensic files that they can still test for poisonings in cremated ashes. Certain types of metals they can detect. Auth- Authrin. Hey, Alley Cat. Another creator did a tour of the lab. It was interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what's going on with that. Yeah, it's called Bloodline Detective with Nancy Grace. She's the worst part. I love Nancy Grace. I mean, I like Ashley Banfield better, but I love Nancy Grace. And she can be harsh, but no wonder. Her fiance was murdered. He was mugged for $15. She was not at that time. She was in school. I believe she's taking like literature or I don't know, something like that. Anyways, she changed her major to law because of that. That happened. Yeah, he was murdered over $15. That's why she gets so passionate when she talks about these cases. It really hits home with her. Really does. I mean, she could be a little bit nicer sometimes. But like on her podcast, she's not that harsh. Podcast I used to listen to. I don't know if she still has that or not. See, I haven't really been keeping up with the latest true crime where I was sick. I didn't watch YouTube for about 11 days look at anything because I was just so sick I couldn't. I mean, I could barely stand up. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. Brian Koberger to face firing squad. No word yet on whether prosecutors will seek the death penalty in Brian Koberg Hamburglar's quadruple murder case. Attorneys for the state have 60 days from his plea to make a determination. Some of the victims' family members have been vocal. Hold on, let me click this. Damn Timu ads. By the way, has anybody ordered any clothes from Timu? If you have, please let me know if they're crappy. No word yet. Okay, it says on whether prosecutors will seek the death penalty in the quadruple murder case. Attorneys for the state have 60 days from Koberger's plea to make it a determination. Some of the victims' family members I'm gonna have to exit out, guys. This makes me so damn mad, y'all. So damn mad. Every time I try to do something, it kicks me. Let me find my phone. I'll read from my phone. That seems to be the problem. Every time I switch tabs, it does that. I was a whole minute behind. Oh, it's all right. Some TV stuff has been a bit big in my kids' stuff, especially shoes for some reason, LL, but they can grow into it. Yeah, I was just wondering how, I need a few new like outfits for summer. Nothing spectacular, just some things to wear, around the house. Nobody wants to go around in pajamas and old clothes all the time. And I don't like wearing my good clothes for every day, because I'm usually doing some kind of work. Lots of hearts just went up. That is so cool. So you can do more than one. Yes. Now I noticed when I was in a stream that on my phone I could heart the stream. Yeah, y'all send me some hearts. That's so cool. Hold on, guys. Let me find my phone so I can finish reading because I don't want to get kicked again. Hey, books. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. My whole point of getting a new laptop for Christmas was so I could live stream and screen share and stuff. And ever since then, people tried to hack my accounts. This laptop don't work good with StreamYards, but anything else it works good with. Yeah, I'll be clicking hearts like a maniac. It helped me, to get your video pushed higher in the algorithm. I don't know if it's the same here. Yeah, knitting artisan don't mean knocking pajamas. They say, "Oh, girl, I'm not knocking pajamas, honey. I'm in them all the damn time." Hey, I got a lot of compliments at the hospital with my chicken pajamas. I went to the hospital in chicken pajamas and a t-shirt. I had to try to take a bath with me sick as a dog, and that's probably the only time in my life I've ever went anywhere like a hospital or something without makeup on. When you're that sick, you just don't care. But I had my damn chicken pajamas on. Okay, missing 5-year-old Tennessee boy disappears from home after FaceTime with grandmother. And I also see Harmony Montgomery's dad, accused of murder, goes on trial on weapons charges. Okay, I want to read about this little Tennessee boy. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Me too, Mike. You got boy pajama party. Hey, there's nothing wrong with pajamas, but I need like some short sets, something that looks decent but comfortable, just to wear for every day. I don't like wearing my jeans and all that all the time. One piece kind of thing with a little skirt thing because I'm not wearing bikinis anymore. Honey, fat baby toodles, I'm gonna wear a bikini till I'm 70 years old. I don't care. But you know what? They say that I have to go on a diet. Even though I'm not what you would call fat. I am a little chunky, you know, but I am overweight for my height. I'm 5'4". So I'm overweight for my height. I need to lose about 50 pounds. At least 30, y'all. At least 30. I need to be wearing about a size 10. Yeah. Not the size I'm wearing now. Damn 14. Can y'all believe that? I know y'all gonna be like, yeah, we can believe it. We know what you look like. We know you're a fat girl. Okay. I know this is a mistake, but I want to share this little boy's picture. Ooh, I see that Alex Murdoch, he's got to go to court over his financial crimes. Okay, missing 5-year-old Tennessee boy. See, it's important to be able to screen share so you can show these little children's faces. I think people see every freaking time I try to screen share, it says it's not responding. That happens every time. Crap. I'm just going to leave it that way and read from my phone. Please, I hope y'all can still hear me. Let me see. Let me stop. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing. Y'all saw his picture. Police in Tennessee are searching for a 5-year-old boy who reportedly vanished with his non custodial mother, identified as Shirley Webb. See, I don't get this crap. People kidnap their own kids. Don't they got enough common sense to know that when they get caught, and most of the time they do, they're never going to see that child again. Not for a long time. They're going to prison. Just because it's your child don't mean that you can take it. Sorry, I had to get something to drink. Yeah, I was talking about soda, and here I got some coconut ice in my mason cup. In my mason jars. Well, I like to drink out of mason jars. Okay, let's see what happened. According to Fox 5, Aiden Hall, his name's Aiden Hall, was last seen at home off of Howard Crest Drive in Memphis. Nashville police said the child's grandmother took out the trash talking to Aiden on FaceTime, but when she returned, he was gone. The grandmother said when she checked her security cameras, she saw Aiden getting into his mother's car, a gray Dodge Journey with Tennessee tags number BNT 2735. Aiden is described as a black male, stands 3 foot tall, weighs 65 pounds. He was last seen wearing a red shirt, red shorts, black and white shoes. Anyone with information about Aiden's whereabouts should contact Memphis Police at 901-545-2677. Okay, so I'm a little confused. Okay, according to I'm gonna reread this again. So she was taking out. So he was at the house with her, but she was FaceTiming him as she took out the trash. It's a little confusing. Okay, it says he was last seen at home. The child's grandmother took out the trash while talking to Aiden on FaceTime, but when she returned, he was gone. The grandmother said she checked her security cameras, saw Aiden get into his mother's car. I mean, how damn far away was the trash? Why would she FaceTime him just to take the trash outside real quick? That doesn't make no sense to me. The trash place, she must have went to the trash dump or something because that just don't make no sense. Well, let's pray that they find him. I mean, he is with his mother, so let's hope and pray she doesn't harm him. Um, I just don't understand these parents. Like, I know you want to be with your child and stuff. I totally get that. I have a son, but you if you don't have custody of your child, you just can't pick them up and take them and disappear. I mean, they have to know when they get caught. They're definitely not going to see their child. Why can't they just obey the court order, do what the court says, and try to regain custody? Gayla, no sense. So it's most likely not true. Yeah, Gayla, it's not. Gayla's retired police. She knows. That's what I'm saying. Why would you FaceTime a child? That's like me taking out my trash. I got to go to the end of the house here and put it in my can. You can leave a child that's 5 years old for a couple seconds to walk outside, put it in the can. That don't make sense unless you went to the trash dump. Like had to, and it was like a little bit of a distance away or something. Did she leave him at home alone and take off the trash, as we call it around here? Because I don't have trash service. They charge like 20 some dollars a month. We just take our own trash to the trash dump, our own recycling and everything. Maybe it's like an apartment complex and had to go too far. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's like wasn't just like right outside because I'm picturing like a trash can like right outside. No. Yes, this is in Memphis. Yeah. And he is with his non custodial mother. Okay, let me see something here. Now, how in the hell did I get on pet armor? I think they'll find him. Oh, this is sad, guys. Infant dies in hot car outside hospital as foster mom worked. How in the hell do you forget your kid in a car? I guess I'm a very judgmental person, but I've always said this. I just don't understand how you forget a baby's in the back seat. I mean, I have the worst memory in the world. I never forgot my son or anything. Somebody just sent me some kind of weird picture. I have no idea who that is. That's so weird. Oh, it's a spam thing. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, why is somebody sending me a lingerie picture? My phone's totally. There's something wrong with this internet. I believe those guys at Microsoft's right. Somebody's been hacking my stuff or trying to, and my laptop and phone has not worked right since. Like right now, my phone's totally froze up. I can't even unlock it. Okay, let me exit it. Okay, now I got it. But okay, so this happened in Washington. Let me read this. 1-year-old in Washington reportedly died on Wednesday after being left in a car for 9 hours. King reported the foster mother working at Good Samaritan Hospital in, I can't say that name, Puyallup or something, had left the baby in the car. Police said the mother somehow became distracted, which led to the baby being left in the car during her shift. After finishing her shift, the foster mother realized the baby had been left in the car all day, rushed them into the hospital. However, the baby had already died. King reported the temperatures in the car reached triple digits despite it being in the 70s that day. The baby's death is under investigation. According to No Heat Stroke, the 1-year-old is the fourth child to die in a hot car this year. In 2022, 33 children died of vehicular heat stroke. Days after the hot car death in Washington, 2 children were found in a hot car in Houston, Texas. A 4-year-old boy died as a result. How do you get out of a damn car and not see a 1-year-old in the back seat or a baby? A little bitty baby. I don't believe these stories. I'm sorry. But that is my opinion on these kids being left in hot cars. I do not believe people really forget them. I think they do it on purpose. How could you not see a baby in the back seat? When you got in the car that morning, you put a baby in there and you got to go to work. It just don't make no damn sense to me. I can't imagine how much it takes out of you, law enforcement, corrections. Anthony Gang has a channel on YouTube about corrections, work, talk, tear talk. 33, yes, Lisa, last year. My stepson from my first marriage, he worked at the federal prison, Red Onion, and it gave him PTSD, guys. People throwing pee in his face, feces. He had to quit. He actually got on drugs after that. I think he straightened his life up now, thank God. It's been probably 10 years ago. But it gave him PTSD. Some people's just not cut out for that type of work. Can you imagine what those babies are going through? I know it. Freaking car strapped in. Just imagine everything that happened when, you know, the seas and everything. I just don't believe that she went into work and didn't know a 1-year-old was in her back seat. Hope they cuff and stuff her and throw the damn keys away. That's what needs to happen. Anyways, guys, I guess that's enough true crime this morning. Things like that. That's one reason I backed off of true crime for a little bit. That it really bothers me and infuriates me when it comes to children and animals and the vulnerable. And people can judge me if they want, because I judge people sometimes. But I just don't believe people forget that their kids are in the car. How is that even freaking possible? People do it with dogs too. They will take their damn dog with them to go shopping and leave their animal in the vehicle with it turned off, no windows down, and go freaking shopping. Make that make sense. Why not leave the animal at home? And I'll tell you something else. If you got such a damn bad memory that you can't remember that you put a baby in the car, then you don't need to be taking care of a baby or a freaking peant. Pissant, as we call them here. Now, anyways, before I get off here, since we are a true crime channel, I'm going to give y'all an update on what happened to Mrs. Portland from YouTube. She did get to bond out yesterday. I think she probably got to sign her own bond. Yesterday, I didn't realize when I was talking about that Mrs. Portland has had another restraining order against her before in the past. That guy, Portland Andy, I really don't know him, had took out a restraining order against Mrs. Portland. But anyway, she got out of jail and she is not allowed on the internet. I was talking to Hibiscus a while back, and I told her, it's like, the judge can ban her from the internet. I've seen it happen before. I've heard of it happening before. In a case where a woman catfished this guy, then she started talking to his co-worker. Anyways, that married man, I think his name was Thomas something. He ended up killing his coworker over this girl on the internet he had never met in real life. And it was a woman catfishing him using her daughter's pictures. Anyways, after that murder happened, the judge banned her from ever getting on the internet again because she caused that murder. I mean, that guy didn't have to go kill his coworker, but it all started because she was catfishing. She was using pictures of her daughter. She even stole her daughter's panties and mailed them to that married man. Yes, there is a Lifetime movie about it. I think it's called something like Tall Hot Blonde. It is a true story. Because I think that's the name she might have went by online. He had met her by playing online poker. He was married, family man. He had been a Marine. And anyway, she was catfishing him. And after it didn't take him long to figure out who killed his coworker because he was killed outside of work in his vehicle shot. Uh, but anyways, he was like physically sick when the cops told him that he had been catfished by this older woman using her daughter's pictures. Yeah, she'd get her daughter knitting arson. She'd be like, "Oh, let me take a picture of you beside the pool and stuff." Then she'd print them off and mail them to that married man's house because his wife was never there during the day because she was a nurse and she worked. So he would get the mail out. So she'd send him all these pictures of her daughter, which was beautiful. This was a married woman too. And she even stole her daughter's panties and stuff and sent to him, like new panties. Yeah. Well, anyways, she got banned from using the internet. Her husband left her, and they said her daughter don't have nothing to do with her. Y'all need to look up that Lifetime movie. It's called like something like Tall Hot Blonde. It is based on a true story. Sick, isn't it? Mm-mm-mm. Mm. That happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where I live. I'd love to go to Oklahoma. My Mrs. P has a lot of problems. She shouldn't be on the internet. No, she shouldn't because she doesn't, Mike. She doesn't understand that. She don't understand that court order. She don't get it. It doesn't matter what Noodle Mash says about her. She cannot address that woman and threaten her because the judge says she can't. And Miss Portland don't get that. She's like, I'm angry. I, you know, I got freedom of speech. No, you really don't have freedom of speech when a judge says, "Oh, you can't address this person." I, you know, um, she's got two charges now. She's got the violating the stalking order, and she's got contempt. And I noticed people yesterday didn't understand what that meant. Contempt is because she disobeyed the judge's orders, a court order. She is that's contempt of court. Plus, she violated that stalking order. Yeah. Some people, like Mrs. Portland, the internet's not a good place for them. It's really not. I know that she wants friends and stuff, but she don't want. She wants people that's into the drama and stuff instead of like somebody that's not. And it's just not a good place for her. I mean, she can be friends with somebody, they treat her good, and somebody can come whisper something in her ear without any proof, and she'll flip on that person just like that and say some of the nastiest things you've ever heard in your life. Um, but she's a person that you have to overlook because she has disabilities that she was born with. I mean, she's got good smarts about her, but in some areas, she's like a child. You know what I mean? Yeah. I could never, in good conscience, argue with that woman. Even if she said nasty things about me, I would have to laugh about it or, just ignore it. I could never argue back with her. It's just not right. Mike, yeah, what's going to happen is she's going to end up losing her independence because she can't control herself. And if she can't control herself, then somebody's going to have to control her. Her husband shouldn't stand by and let her get online, make those nasty videos, say all that nasty stuff. He don't care because he's over there gaming, and I think he thinks it's a little bit funny. But it has got her in all kinds of trouble. I don't know anybody else that would sit around and let their wife upload videos like that, talking just horrible, horrible. See, I don't agree with what Mrs. Portland says and things like that, but I think throwing her in jail is the wrong thing. I think that's crappy, considering her disabilities. A lot of this could have been ignored. I think it's sickening throwing her in jail like that and her got the problems that she's got. I know you cannot break the law and stuff, but she just don't get it, guys. She just does not understand that with a court order, you can't violate it. You got to keep your mouth shut. She don't understand that. She's like, "What about my feelings? What about my freedom of speech? How about me being angry?" And I hope and pray that that judge don't see that video where she said, "F the judge. I don't give a F what she said." I hope and pray because that right there is not going to go good. I think that one video, CC, she was in her yes, honey, she was in a bra in one video. She was in a bikini in one video. And her husband had to help her do that. Miss Portland don't got a bad body. She got a little bit of a pot belly. Oh yeah, Nick Narson. She was in her bikini. She was in her bra. I think it was last year she uploaded a video in some red lingerie or something. Bless her heart. Betty, she can get, God mighty, she can get mean. She can say some of the meanest things. She knows what she's doing. She's very calculated. And she knows what she's saying too. But on the other hand, it's like she can't control herself. I swear it is. Like she just can't control herself. I hope she's learned a valuable lesson. But I think Noodle Mash, the other lady, she just needs to shut up about Miss Portland. I have sat back and watched a lot, and I have heard her say things that she knows will trigger Mrs. Portland. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've heard it. Um, it's just ridiculous. I mean, what if Mrs. Portland wasn't in her state? This wouldn't be going on if they didn't live in the same state. Like if she was over here on the East Coast, I mean, you couldn't take her to court, right? Hate to spoil it for y'all, but you'll never see me in a bra or bikini on my channel. Never gonna happen. I've been in a bikini on my TikTok before. Just like the top part, you couldn't really see much outside goofing off, but I don't do stuff like that much because it just brings out the crazies. Saying, you know, saying things to you. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I will chat with y'all in the morning. I'm trying to get back on track. Stuff gotta make me a little bit of money so I can get Cleo fixed. I might turn on my ads on my thing. I don't get many views, but every little bit helps. Damn, it's so expensive trying to get the cats fixed and their shots and stuff. These vets should try to help people a little bit. More people would be able to take their animals to the vet if it wasn't so damn outrageous. I mean, you'd think you rescue cats, you tell them that, they'd give you like at least 10% discount. Hell to the no, they won't. I called down there and asked them, I said, y'all got a special if you get two of them done? And they was like, no. Oh, anyways, I'm going to get off here. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Yes, it was fun. I enjoyed it.